Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, as we've been doing a little bit here. And today we're going to be looking at 5 awesome new weapons added with some new mods. So, as always, these mods will be linked down in the description, and I suggest going over and checking them out if you find any of them to be very, very interesting, or, you know, just want to give them a try. And of course, if you do like them, be sure to do whatever you can for the mod author, whether that's sharing out the mod, endorsing it, donations are often available, so, you know, feel free to do that if you are so inclined. So, with all that in mind, we're going to get into the first of these weapons, the Joyeuse. Alright, so for this one, we're going to have the Joyeuse, which is added by a mod uploaded by Dr. MC Teddy. And this is, by his own description, says, adds a new sword based on the Joyeuse. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Which was used for the coronations of French kings. And the reason we're out in the middle of nowhere for this one is because the only way to get it, for some reason, he decided to implement it this way. He or she, I should say, I'm not sure. You have to go to treasure map 12 where it leads you, which is right here in the woods. So that's where we are. I came in here, opened this chest. It was a hard lock chest, and here's the Joyeuse. So we'll take all since I'm still relatively early in the game. And let's head back to Rete. Alright, so as you can see, this one is classified as a short sword, although I prefer the term arming sword, but, you know, that is what it is. And it says, a beautiful arming sword with a masterfully crafted golden guard, which, as you may be able to tell, it doesn't, that's not working right now. It looks ancient, and as if it once belonged to someone important. Minimum of agility of 14 to use, stab damage of 72 to use. I mean, stab damage of 72, slash damage of 58. So it's got, you know, this is a good sword. I'm not super in love with the icon, but, you know, that is what it is. As I believe I said when I was showing you the location, this was uploaded by Dr. MC Teddy. And unfortunately, due to the way that he implemented it, it can only be obtained through the treasure map 12 location. So you can't buy it in stores, and it doesn't even seem like you can spawn it into the game. So I'm not in love with that implementation, but I get why the mod author did that, because I wanted to keep it from becoming too common in the game. So let's take a look at it on the wheel. So right away, like I said, that the whole golden pommel and crossguard there, that's not coming across. So, and I made sure I had the most recent version of the mod before starting this video. And so there's something wrong with the texture there. So it comes out looking very clay and not great. Overall design would probably be great if the textures were working, but let's test this bad boy out. So here's our first test. Oh, I guess I don't have it equipped.
Jesus.
Oh, I did. So there's the stab test. Let's try the slash test. And now let's just, you know, do what we can do.
Hey, you! Hold!
Oh, of course, it doesn't work against him. There we go. Alright, so that's the Joyeuse, and let's move on to the next one. So our next weapon that we're looking at is the Scottish Laird, or Laird, or however you pronounce that, which is a Type 12 Scottish arming sword that has characteristic features that puts it apart from its continental cousins. The downsloping guard with spatulate ends and a wheel pommel with very high rivet block. So there's some technical terms for you sword enthusiasts out there. So this one only requires a minimum agility of 5 to use, and has a stab and slash damage of 54, making this a pretty well balanced and, you know, pretty decent arming sword. This one was uploaded by Nincompoop, who I've featured weapons from him or her, you know, again, don't know that mod author, before on the channel. And this one you can either spawn in or buy at the Rete Sword Shop. So this one's a little bit easier to get than the Joyeuse. So let's look at it on the wheel. So this one's got, I don't know if it's intentional, but the blade has that patinaed look, and I actually really like that. I think it gives it an authentic feel of, you know, a arming sword, I should say, that's been around the block, or maybe it's been handed down, or maybe it just, you know, belongs to someone who cares more if the edge is sharp than if the blade is shiny. But yeah, it's got the textures are a little wonky, but yeah, I think it looks really cool. So let's test this bad boy out. Again, I never have it drawn. I always think I'm going to have it in my hand. Oh, well, stabbing test is complete. Of course, when you stab someone in the head with a sword, they're usually always going to die. Oh, that was a cool death. Come back here. He's floating. The game's acting a little tricky because I'm trying to test out my sweet new gaming rig. I upgraded it substantially, so I turned the oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, he's getting us. I turned the graphic settings all the way up, so it's a little wonky. But, so that's the Laird. Let's take a look at the next one. So this next one we're going to be taking a look at is the early Ottoman Kilij. And this one is uploaded by Otto Lexius. And you can either spawn this one in or buy it in Rete. And so this one says, this is a very well balanced, but a little heavy saber, which commonly used by Ottoman Turkish soldiers and served them well in the Battle of Nicopolis. It is very great at slash attack and also good at stab attacks. So the English is a little off, but with that in mind, this is a really fun one. I really like this weapon, because look at that damage, 81 and 81. So this is not only a very balanced weapon, but also a very strong weapon. So let's take a look at it on the wheel. So as you can see, much like that the last one we looked at, this one's got a darker blade, so it's not quite so shiny. But it basically looks like, you know, a saber, except with the Kilij, it's got the heavier, you know, widened out, I don't know, you want to call that girth up near the top, which makes it a very, very powerful slashing weapon because of that extra weight up there. You know, either on foot or, I imagine, based on the length and, you know, the curvature and everything, that it was designed for horseback. So let's test this bad boy out. I didn't remember to pull it out that time, so we'll test the stab here. Oh. Well, we got him with the stab. Now let's see how it is with the slash. There we go. An armored kill with the slash.
Do something! Over here! Help!
I feel like I gotta kill more people with this one than the other ones because it's like a human weapon. Ah! Stop it. There we go. We got that bad boy. Oh man, there's so many guards. All right, well that one's the early type Ottoman Turkish Kilij. Let's take a look at the next one. So for this next weapon, we have the Danish Longsword Type 18, and this was uploaded by Basop, or at least I think I'm saying that right. And the page was actually in Czech, so I had to translate it, so that was a lot of fun. And this one you can either spawn in or buy in Rete, and probably other sword shops, but I get most of my stuff at Rete if I can, because I'm here most of the time. It has the icon from St. Michael's sword, I believe, so that's pretty cool, because that's one of my favorite weapons in the game. But anyway, it says Danish Longsword, Type 18E. I don't know if that E is part of it or not, but if it is, it's probably a different number. Overall length of 1249 millimeters, blade length of 835 millimeters, and blade width of 52 millimeters. This one has a minimum strength of 9 to use, stab damage of 50, and a slash damage of 70, make it pretty strong. Not quite as strong as that last one we looked at, but we can't all be ridiculous now, can we? So let's take a look at it on the wheel. This one here has got a straight up black blade. Now, I think there's several versions of this in the game, but this one is the one I just bought at the Rete Sword Shop, so it's just all freaking black. It's got a cool looking, you know, brass pommel down in the end. I think that might be custom. I don't know if I've seen that in the game before, unless it's just a variation of the St. Michael's one. And then a pretty basic looking black wrapped hilt. I like the shape of it. It looks really cool. So let's give this bad boy a try. Now, I would like to point out that I believe this style of sword definitely comes much later than the game, so it's a little out of place. But we'll test it out.
For heaven's sake, Henry.
Don't tell me how to live my life, and I won't tell you how to die your death. So now let's. Oh boy, alarm got out.
That was the last straw. Surrender.
Two-handed strikes. Come on, power. There we go. Ah! 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 Good thing I got heavy armor on. Otherwise these tests would go poorly. There we go. Alright. So let's get on to the last weapon that I'm going to be taking a look at today. So this next weapon we're going to be taking a look at is the Decorated Bronze Hilt Longsword. This one was uploaded by Ethan Brassard, and he wasn't able to get it implemented well according to his mod page, so it was kind of difficult for me to actually find this in the game. But I eventually, kind of accidentally, found a store where after I downloaded the mod, where you could find it, and it was actually Swordsmith Fink in Sasau. He had it in his inventory, so I finally bought that, and since then I've been using it because I absolutely love this weapon. So it says, a very well-made sword, obviously commissioned by someone important, I wonder who. You know, I don't know if there's anything significant behind that. Maybe he's talking about himself. Maybe it's a historical thing. Don't know, don't care. It's a really cool weapon. So it's got the same stats, I think, all around as St. George's sword. So it's basically just a retexture of that. But it's very cool. So let's take a look at it on the wheel. So here you can see exactly why I love this sword. First of all, the blade is really cool. It's got a nice deep fuller in the middle there with some cool angular, you know, design. It's not as smooth as a lot of them, and I really like how that looks. The crossguard and pommel are basically retextures of Sir Radzig's sword, but they're recolored with bronze, which I find very aesthetically appealing. It finally adds a little variety to the game, because before it was basically steel or a duller kind of ironish look, or Herod's sword, which was gold. So outside of that, you didn't really have much variety, but this offers it, and it's very cool, and there's actually some intricate detail that the mod author put into there. So I'm actually a huge fan of this weapon. Since I downloaded it, it's the only one I've been using. So let's test this bad boy out. All right, you know what we're gonna do now? And with this one, we're gonna fight it out till the end. Oh man, that's fun. All right. So, as I probably said in the beginning, but I'll reiterate here, to download any of these mods, you just follow the links I have in the description, go to the mod nexus, and then you just, you know, manually download them, and then extract the file into your mods folder inside Kingdom Come Deliverance, you know, in your, you know, files. Once you've done that, any of them that you're able to buy in the store, you just wait a few days, it'll you know, the store will respawn. And you'll be able to use them. Either that or with the Joyeuse, you have to, you know, go find it. I don't... That mod, I feel like, has promise, but it needs to work. So, with all this in mind, obviously, like I've said, if you do try any of these and you do like them, be sure to show the mod authors some love. Whether that's in the form of endorsing, sharing, you know, whatever you can do. And definitely have fun, because these are some great weapons. So, that's actually all for today. If you like this video, of course, like it, share, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.